Oh goodness, let me cover my hair.
I burnt all my pants. I'm trying to clean them, but they cannot be cleaned.
So let me tell you something I've noticed about people, and I may be wrong, right? I may be wrong, but okay, let me fix my wig. Whew, but it's a hot day, man. Anyway, people are very, very funny. Some people will hate you because you do your best. Just because you're out there hustling, doing your best, some people will not like you for that. Just that, because they would rather that you stay mediocre and then you depend on them. It's weird psychology. Weirdest psychology I have seen in all my life. So when you, let's say, for example, and I've seen this happen like a million times. Let's say two people are married. One is whatever. And let's say they start, one couple says, okay, we are both like too overweight. Let's start a new chapter in our life. Let's start improving. Let's kind of like start doing our diet, exercise, and all that. There is a couple, like one spouse might be so jealous that the other one is committed. Maybe you are both like lazy, you are both like not working out, you are both not trying to live life to the fullest. And then one day you wake up and you decide, okay, I want to really purpose and change. There's always that one couple, like one other partner that's always like, you know what? I don't want to be supportive. If they don't want to work out, and then they start hating on your practice. They just start making it like sabotage you in small ways. For example, they'll cook. They know that you want to stay healthy, but they'll end up cooking the food that you're not supposed to eat, and then they're going to kind of start feeding you. And it's kind of like they're sabotaging you, but they're like, oh honey, I made your favorite food. Oh honey, I got these ones. I just had to get them from the store. Like they get like this burger or these fries. They just want to sabotage you and your personal growth. There are people like that. Like, I don't know if that has happened to you, but I've seen it happen a lot. Like somebody they don't want to see you at your best, so they'll sabotage like your effort. And that could be, sometimes it's with couples and like something as simple as losing weight and getting into a healthier lifestyle. Sometimes it's at work, your colleague or your boss. They just don't want you to do your best because they don't want you to get promoted, or they don't want you to start making more money. They would rather that you become second to them. But they don't want to work as hard as you, but they want you to keep you here. You have to be aware of that psychology of people who don't want you to win. They just don't want you to win, like at all in life. I have seen this happening, and some of the people closest to you will be the people who sabotage you the most. Some of the people closest to you are the ones that are going to sabotage you, or just not motivate you, or do whatever they're supposed to do in your life to make you go to the level that you need to be. You have to think about your potential and what you need to do to succeed. Sometimes you just have to do it by yourself. And this is what I have seen, like unlocking human potential, because I've studied like the brain, and I'm seeing a lot of times is because if you're not doing well, if you're not like moving to the level that you want to be, it's because of your emotions, right? For example, if the quickest way to make somebody not achieve their goals is to make them feel bad for achieving their goals. So you have to be aware of people who are using witchcraft in your life, guys. Because what I'm about to tell you are deep things, like deep secrets that you guys need to hear. Witchcraft is not what you guys think it is. A lot of you think like, oh, going to somebody like somebody who will give you small things, and then you put them in somebody's bed, and people think that is witchcraft. And the problem is that's not witchcraft. But Witchcraft is in every day, that the things that people say, like the way that people make you feel, and your energy, the way people slowly sabotage your goals, the way, the kind of like narcissism, like narcissists, the way they kind of make you feel bad over time, or lose who you are over time. That is witchcraft. People think somebody and they do all these like shows, that's witchcraft. Okay, on a grand scale, when people are doing like things like a ceremony, part of it is kind of witchcrafty, but in a good way. You know, you can celebrate somebody's birthday. Why are we celebrating somebody's birthday? Because we are sending them good energy, right? So also, so that is elevating somebody, and witchcraft is using energy to bring somebody down. So some of us, we are not even aware that people are using witchcraft on us and affecting our energy, because we don't understand our nervous system and how our energy works. So these people, be careful with people in your life. Be careful with people in your life who don't want to see you succeed, or people who kind of always are disapproving with you. Let's say you want to say, oh, I want to start a new thing, and then they're like, oh, I don't really think you can make it. Oh, it's a lot of people never succeed. Oh, this and that and that and that and that and the other, right? Be careful about those people, because those are the people who are sabotaging. That's kind of witchcraft, because if you start doubting yourself, then you stop, you know, once you start doubting yourself, like, oh, maybe I'll never lose weight, or maybe I'll never get in shape, or maybe this and this will never succeed. That is what they want you to get. They want you to get to the point where you doubt yourself and then you give up. That is witchcraft, because now if they send you this doubtful energy and you start doubting yourself and then you kill your goals, that is what they want. That is what everybody who doesn't want you to succeed in your goals wants to do. That is witchcraft. They'll just make you feel bad every time, every morning you wake up, make you doubt yourself, make you feel like maybe you are not the person to go to. People like that, they mess your mind. The person who messes up with your mind is a witch, is a witchcraft. Somebody who wants you to feel bad, wants you to have low energy when you wake up, somebody who is putting you in a situation where you doubt yourself, or you're nervous, or you're afraid, or, you know, it could be that boss who makes you dread Monday mornings, or your teacher who makes you dread Monday mornings. That's an enemy of your destiny, because there is no reason you should not be waking up on a Monday morning feeling excited to go to work, or feeling excited to work on your business, or feeling excited to go about life. You do not need that negative energy. It's that negative energy that lowers your vibration, that lowers your frequency. You have got to know this, because a lot of people are not talking about it, but we elevate because of energy. Our life becomes better and better because of energy. And when that energy frequency goes down, that's when you start, like, for example, that's when you start like not making money, not making moves, not making so many things. So think about, let's say you want to make money right now, right? Where is money coming from? Where is your money coming from? Money is coming from other people. Your money is in somebody else's hands. So how do you do, what are you going to do to get your money that is in somebody else's hands? You're going to offer something like a service or some goods. You know, mostly people exchange goods and services. Maybe you're a nurse, you go to work, you help somebody, and then you get your money. Or maybe you have a coaching class that you sell to people to help them live a better life. That's how you're going to get the money. Or maybe you have some goods, you have discovered, you know, like how somebody can solve a problem. Like today, I burnt all my pants. Like literally all my pants are burnt and they are black, like on the surface. And today I woke up and I realized I can't cook with any of my pants. So I went to Home Depot and I had to buy that thing, like stuff, like vinegar, scratching powder, like that, what do you call it? kind of get the out of my pants. You see, now that is a good that I had to go there and buy because I needed, they got my money because I needed something that they had, and I had to give them my money. Or that's how we parent, because somebody has a house and we don't have a place to stay, and so we rent a place. So your money is in somebody else's hands if you can figure out how to get it from them. And one of the things that will help you find your money and find your success is if you can figure out how to sell. Only get money when you know how to sell. And okay, now the one time that you're able to sell is because you have to be at an elevated energy. You know, you have to get, and it's sweating. Oh my God, this place is sweating. You see me trying to wear like almost nothing, is because this place is hot. It's hot, and it's in California. It's the middle of, you know, we are almost hot. Anyway, and so you gotta make sure that you have enough audience. Like a lot of people who can buy, we need something to sell and we need people to sell it to. That's how you make money. You have something that you're selling, and you have to figure out, okay, who am I selling to? Who wants my product? Who wants it? Now, people only buy from people they like. You know, that is like the biggest thing that for me I came to learn, that was like, oh my God, it's really true. People just buy from the people that they like. If somebody don't like you, if people don't know you, they don't like you, it's going to be very hard for people to even believe you that you have something that, you know, they can that they can get from you. I like that song. Anyway, so what I figured is energy, right? People have to like you. You have to have something that you're selling them, and then you have to find a good number of people who know you, and then they have to like you. People only buy from people that they like. And it's very funny, but we just, you know, most of the times we buy from people that we like, especially if you are starting a small business. It's people are going to buy from people that they like. Now, what a lot of people make, the mistake that people make when they understand that people buy from people they like, the mistake that people do that ends up making them and costing them forever. And please